Hello everyone, this is Ian with the Commonsense Collective, and I send you greetings from Columbus, Ohio. I came to Columbus to attend the Summit of Greatness, the convention associated with Lewis Howes's podcast, The School of Greatness, and it was an event for the ages. So many driven people, so many motivated people, so many people seeking to connect with other high-achieving individuals. People just wanting to connect and be around like-minded individuals. This has been a great event. I will book my plane tickets. I'll book my flight for next year, get tickets to the event, and try to bring at least one or two other people with me, because this event was beneficial to anyone that was looking to be around like-minded people. Anyone that is looking to take their thinking to the next level, I'd recommend you come to this event. Columbus, Ohio is a pretty nice city. I'm likely going to do a little bit of additional exploring today while I have time, but there are certain things I want to get done on a personal level and certain aspects of my show and my podcast I wish to work on. And since I am out of town, away from home and away from friends, I will have time to tackle some of these things. That said, there is a topic that I've been wanting to touch on for a while on the CSC. And it brings me back to when I was a child, and my mom would always talk about relationships and friendships and everything. And she would always say you have to be equally yoked with the person that you are with or the people that you are around. So that's it. I took a couple notes, and the title of this episode is going to be Unequally Yoked, Finding the Value in People Around You. So I want you to do something for me right now. I want you to imagine you're in an auditorium. You're seated on the stage, and everyone you consider a friend is in the audience, all around you. Take a good look at everyone within your field of view. Don't look behind you. Hopefully people are sitting behind you as well, but take a good look at everyone in your field of view. Now, I need you to close your eyes, breathe deeply, and relive every moment that you can think of with every person in that room. How many of these people did you laugh with? How many of these people did you cry with? How many of these people have seen you at your best and at your worst, not either or? Now, how many of these people can you say that you have learned from? And how many times have you put yourself in a position where these people can learn from you? Throughout this conversation, I want you to think about what I just asked you to do. And as I said, this is similar to the SoundCloud episodes called Saturday Night Lights, which are noteless, off the dome. Just me thinking, and just me sharing thoughts with you. These are meant to be raw and unedited. There will be no additional takes, so bear with me. Excuse my language if it does get foul. I do apologize in advance, but we're just going to be real here. Now, I've hit on relationships a couple times over the last couple months because I've kind of gone through a transition in the way I look at things as far as dating and relationships and people, which is not a negative thing, whereas a more realistic look and a more realistic take on things. And I've always heard from people that cared about me that you need to broaden your horizons as far as your friends go. You need more upwardly mobile friends. And I will admit, I have been in situations many times when I've felt like I was stuck in a rut. I felt like people were wanting to do the exact same thing with their time over and over again, and that was never something I really ever wanted to do. Even in my career, I switched jobs multiple times because I wanted to do different things. In my mind, as far as I look in my life, monotony is the enemy of progress to me. I cannot continue to sit and do the exact same things forever without losing interest rapidly. So as I really begin to sit on things that people are telling me and sit on pieces of information and knowledge that people are giving me as far as my friends, as far as what I want to do in the future, what my goals are, I really begin to understand what people mean and said when they said they needed to get a divorce from people. Now, of course, everybody thinks marriage when you think of divorce, but no, sometimes you have to divorce yourselves from your friends. You have to divorce yourselves from your situations. And I use the term friend very loosely here. Some of us go to the club, meet somebody, and have 2-3 conversations with them, and all of a sudden we're friends. That's not what I would consider a friend, but that's neither here nor there. But there comes a point in your life when everyone has a role that they play. And if you cannot look in the mirror and determine what role you're playing in a person's life, maybe you need to re-examine what you're actually doing, what your purpose for associating with that person is. There are people in my life that I am very close friends with that are not where they want to be. But they have exhibited uncommon valor and uncommon patience and selflessness to the likes of which I wish I can one day achieve. They have been willing to take risks that years ago I was unwilling to take. Some of those people motivated me to do additional things. Some of those people were motivated by my actions to travel and to leave my comfort zone to achieve. So many of them inspire me to want to do more. Some of them inspired me to come to an event like this because they haven't seen the things that I've seen. They haven't been the places that I've been, so they don't know about events such as the Summit of Greatness. That being said, if the tables were turned, there are many things that these people have went through that I would not know how to handle because I have not been there. So just taking a very hard look at my life and what the value that I offer to people, I realize that I can be a solid friend to people, but I am a crying shoulder to people, and I try to understand. But for many people, I have acted as a source of energy, or maybe even a source of hope when they were down and out, when they were fearful to do certain things. They saw the risk I was willing to take and how I was willing to put myself in an environment that I really did not like, but for the sake of progress and growth, I chose to do so. A prime example of that is me attending this event. I came to this event by myself. I knew 0 people here, and this is not unusual for me because I was forced to do this upon graduating from college and traveling to towns I'd never been to. That said, I have friends that have done things such as given up their livelihood to take care of other people and ask for nothing in return, which in my mind is one of the greatest sacrifices that you could ever make in life. I've had people that have been willing to continue to help family members that are ailing with drug addiction. I've had people that have been willing to go overseas and travel and fight to pay for in the military, to pay for their children's health care and education, to help pay for their children's health care and education. People that have all made major sacrifices in their lives for the sakes of others. So what I challenge you to do is to take a good hard look in the mirror and see what it is you offer people. Some people are really funny. Some people can make you laugh when you are down, and that is a beautiful trait to be able to carry. You don't always have to be the analytical and quantitative person that has the precise answer whenever a person has a question. Sometimes these people that need answers are better suited to be around people that can help clear their mind, to help them ease up and loosen up so that they can really own in and focus on what they're trying to do and attack it in a different method. Sometimes, some of the greatest breakthroughs happen when people are taking a dump. Now that sounds cliche, but it is true. How many times have you had an issue or problem in your life where you really were really tense and you couldn't think about it and you went use the restroom, and for some reason sitting on the commode eases people's minds? I mean, it is what it is. Or maybe just going sit outside in the sun, or just sit in your car and taking a cruise. It is amazing how the power of easing your own mind can open up avenues to thoughts that you did not even know were there. Not everyone has to be the doctor or the lawyer in your life. Some people can be the jester. Some people can be the magician. They know what to say and exactly when to say it to even up or to loosen up your mood, and your mind. Laughter is a beautiful medicine. We all have purposes here, and we should all have roles in everyone's life. And that's another point, a really quick point I wish to make. Life in itself is a test, but it's a multiple choice test. Very, very seldom in life are the answers, the questions that we face, reduced to yes or no questions. There are usually multiple avenues by which we can attack the same problem and come to a solution. You can be more than one thing for the same person. Just know what you have to offer people. And I would suggest that you know what they have to offer you as well, because at the end of the day, we all can run around freely, acting like things don't matter, acting like we're just going with the flow. But you better watch out going with the flow, because you'll flow downstream and get caught up in the rapids and go off of a cliff. You need to have direction with where you're going. Everyone wants to just go with the flow, but even rivers flow into outlets. They know where they're going. Nothing flows to nowhere. So when you say go with the flow, know where your flow goes. Don't just go with it and assume that everything is going to end well, because you know what they say about assume. When you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. Don't assume. No. Educate yourself. Look at your relationships. Work on your emotional intelligence. Do what you feel you need to do to become a strong and powerful person, to be able to influence other people and influence yourself. Sometimes, as was said yesterday by E.T., the hip-hop preacher, you have to give yourself permission to be great. Or maybe you need to hear from someone else. You can do everything you wish to do and you wish to achieve if you put in the work and you are realistic. If I wanted to be a bird and jumped off the 10th floor, chances are I'd gain my angel wings, but I would not fly, because we live on a place called planet Earth, and this is what people like to call the real world. This isn't a fantasy where we can just sprout wings whenever we want to. So within the realm of realism and being honest and truthful with ourselves, using common sense, we can achieve what we're willing to work toward. Keep that in mind. Enjoy your Sunday. I hope you enjoyed this vlog, and there will be more to come. You all have a good day.